I told you guys the NBA 2K24 news cycle was about to begin, and it has. Officially, as of today, 2K tweeted out the cover athlete, the first two covers, and said 824, sharing the Mamba mentality with the next generation, introducing our 2K24 cover athlete, Kobe Bryant edition, Black Mamba edition. Pre-order your copy tomorrow. So let me know how you guys feel about those covers, but it has finally began, and you already know for the next 50 or so days until 2K24 comes out, every single bit of news is going to be on this channel. So make sure you're already subscribed, of course, but click the bell right next to subscribe, select all notifications. That way, as soon as I upload, you're going to be able to see it. But let's talk about this. So pre-orders tomorrow. What that means is I believe we're going to get the gameplay trailer tomorrow. You guys already know. I don't want to get your hopes up in case you didn't see the last video. This is not going to be like part gameplay or anything like that, but we will be seeing some sort of 2K24 gameplay. It's going to be cinematic, but we are finally getting into the news cycle for the game. Now, what is important about tomorrow, in my opinion, is not really the gameplay trailer, but the fact that we're going to be able to see what you get for pre-ordering the game, and there might be some good information in there. All right, so the first two covers are out. We already knew Kobe was going to be on some of them. The next one is probably going to be Tatum or Jokic, someone like that. Not really sure yet. Of course, you guys know I'll give you that information as soon as we get it, but let's talk about 2K24. I said on Twitter, should the NBA 2K24 builder be superstars or role players? And LD2K said, I want every build to be a Wimby build just for the chaos. So maybe, as you guys know, LD2K is big in the 2K community, and you know he works at 2K. I don't know, you might be able to make a 7'4" or 7'5" player next year. Who knows if they're going to expand it or not. But Double H replied and said, role players 2K19 was a perfect build system. In a role-playing system, the average players are good and the roles are supposed to be good at it with that build, and the above average will find ways to be good with those lower ratings, creating a skill gap. So let me know how you guys feel about that in the comment section down below. Do you want a role player builder or a superstar builder? Now, something that I've heard nobody talk about is the fact that we don't necessarily have to have a builder where you can create exactly Kevin Durant or LeBron James. At the same time, if it's a role player builder, you don't have to have something that makes you Dylan Brooks or Draymond Green, you know, something like that. Every time I see that, it started as a joke, but people really ran with it like, oh, I can't have a role player builder because I'm not spending $100 to be Dylan Brooks. So I want to ask you guys right now that have 2K history knowledge, when was there a role player builder system when it made you Dylan Brooks? Like in the actual gameplay, not looking at the stats or anything, but when you're actually playing, I don't believe there was ever one that made you Dylan Brooks. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing. Cole the Man had a really important tweet. He said, in 2K24, quick drops off one dunk package needs to either be removed, slowed down, or should require a 99 dunk rating. Tired of seeing 6'1s do everything. So as you see, he said 6'1s. The popular thing for the community to say is that 6'8s and 6'9s are the best build by far. In my opinion, like I've told you guys all year, 6'1s are actually the best, but you have to be pretty good to be like, there's a certain spot where your 6'8, your 6'9 is going to be really good, but once you get to that certain skill, the 6'1 can be even more overpowered. If you guys see what I'm saying. Now, of course, that also matters where you play and stuff, 1s, 2s, 3s, 5s, whatever, because every 2K League player uses a 6'1 or a 6'3. Some, I think there's like one that does 5 out like a 6'8, but you guys see what I'm saying. Now, quick drops, you already know, bro, they are overpowered. In real life, they're not that crazy of a dunk. On 2K, it's a really overpowered dunk. Okay, last year you had to have like a 65 dunk to get it. Now it's moved up to an 80. I don't even know if they should be in the game anymore. You guys let me know how you feel about it in the comment section, because apparently 2K can't get it right. So maybe they should just keep it in the locker, tucked away forever, and just never bring it back. But you never know, man. Silver limitless takeoff is crazy. The fact that you don't really have to go over an 80 driving dunk, and I've told you guys that all year. Of course, contact dunks and stuff is really nice, but when you're trying to make the best build possible, you really only have to stop at an 80 driving dunk. You see what I'm saying? And that's something that breaks the builder. I really think that 2K was going for a role player type builder this year, but once again with 2K's gameplay, like I just said, we figured out you can stop at an 80 and be just fine, you know, because those quick drops are so good. good, it turned into kind of closer to a superstar builder due to the fact that there's things that you don't really have to upgrade, like speed with ball. You only need a 75, right? Because acceleration is better than speed with ball. It's crazy. 2K needs to get the attributes and badges right, because there's so many badges that don't work. There's attributes that are not that important. Standing dunk, I don't know if you guys know about the standing dunk. It's not really a glitch, but it's one of the only attributes you literally just don't have to upgrade pretty much this year as a guard, forward, whatever, because once you hit like 45 standing dunk, you can just run in the paint and get standing dunks all day, which is crazy. You should never be able to do that with a 45 rating of anything. Anyway, Red City said the fading every play's gotta go. I'd rather see jump shot 11 in high school 1. So in terms of balance for the gameplay, there is a lot of casual play. 98, which is something we're going to get into in a second as well, because casual versus sweat talk went crazy on Twitter. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is 98% of 2K players are casual, you know, rec, park, stuff like that, right? In those modes, you don't necessarily have to fade, but once you get up to 5v5 pro-am versus 5 sweats and they're all communicating and they're running zone and blah, 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 you have to fade. As a guard, there's so many shots you have to fade. Like, that's the only thing I can say. If you guys watch the 2K League or anything like that, the games would be like 30-30 if there wasn't fadeaway. So what I'm saying is 2K's gameplay has to change in order for the fades to be gone. So many people complain about fadeaways this year, but for balance, got to be in the game as a guard. You see what I'm saying? Now, what they could do to fix that, because first of all, fadeaway should not be that effective. I would rather take fadeaways this year than standing shots most of the time. So what they've got to do is just bring back the quick stops and stuff. You guys know quick stops, you know, where you're able to stop and shoot really fast. There wasn't just little Timmy 37s doing that last year. It wasn't overpowered because you had to be good to be able to quick stop. So if quick stops are back, it's going to benefit everybody, first of all, and you will see less fades. People have to do that this year because that's the only shot they can do. They're not able to stop and shoot in time, or the lockdown defender with 97 perimeter defense in the pro-am is going to be able to catch up to them and get a 10% from Narnia. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, into the next one, guys, we have from Double H. He said theater mode needs levels / badges progress and increase, less 3v3 events, more 1v1, 2v2, 5v5, add leaderboards in a ranked system. We need leaderboards in a ranked system. We had leaderboards back in the day, guys. We had them. There's no reason 2K should have ever took that away. One community made / voted event per week. I think that's really cool. Scenery in each event needs to change, which is something I've been talking about a lot. As you guys know, recycling the same 10 events through the whole year is unacceptable. So in the theater, if you guys don't have next gen, you get like 10 times less badge progression, player progression, stuff like that. And I understand, I do see some people's points when they say that it shouldn't be the exact same as Park, or there's no reason to play Park because then you can just play, you know, multiplayer matchmaking, blah, blah, blah. But you get way less, to the point where there's no reason to play theater if you're trying to hit level 40, if you're trying to badge out a player, if you're trying to get your overall up on a player. Like, it's that bad. So that has to go up. And at the same time, we need multiple different sceneries, guys. I've talked about this for 2 years now. If NBA Live isn't going to make a game, which they might be, if you guys seen that video on my channel, they might be, but if they're not, why not take something that made NBA Live good? I'm not saying the whole game is good, but I'm saying one of the best parts of the game, if not the best part, is the fact that you're able to load up, and every time you load up, you're playing at a different scenery. There's 30 different sceneries. The rec should have different sceneries. The theater should have different sceneries. It's very easy. And now 2K is probably going to have to pay to use like Venice Beach, California, stuff like that, but they got plenty of money. There's no excuse for that. So please do not comment and be like, oh, they're gonna have to pay. Yeah, they're gonna have to pay for it. I think they're gonna be okay. All right, I looked at their revenue. They're gonna be okay in their last quarter. Now, this needs to be talked about. Dimeworks said, one thing I need to hear for 2K24 is we're no longer getting animations behind seasons. All animations will be accessible from day one. Now, I can see people's point where they say that they don't want this because people are going to figure out the best dribble moves and blah, 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 like first week of the game, right? That's up to 2K to have animations that matter, that are similar in terms of effectiveness. There shouldn't be one dribble style, Michael Jordan dribble style this year, and that's it. Like, AI came out in season 8 or whatever, it's still not as good as Michael Jordan. You have to have a 92 speed with ball, and it's still not as good as the one you get at a 75. Everybody's used Michael Jordan all year. Now, of course, some people use different ones, but Michael Jordan is the best one. I think like Chris Paul is another one that you can use in Pro-Am. Some guards use that because they don't get ripped as much or something, but you see what I'm saying. 90% of 2K players use Michael Jordan, and it's not because they want to cheese and blah, blah, blah. It's just the other ones are not good compared to that one. Like, they're just not even close. You see what I'm saying? So someone replied to his tweet, and he said, yeah, that would take them scrapping the seasons thing because they don't offer much. And he said, that's the thing. It's a lazy attempt to provide value to the seasons. They've got to get more creative with seasonal content if they plan on keeping it going, which they probably will. Gating animations equals everyone using the same 1 to 2 SIGs, and that breeds redundant gameplay. So yes, you will be seeing the best dribble moves figured out faster, but at the same time, everybody's got to use the same dribble moves in the first few months of the game because there's not really many options. You see what I'm saying? So it's either give us a lot more options, which is probably much harder than just giving us all the animations, or just give us all the animations. I mean, because the seasons, that's just a way to give it value, like he said, and it's not really, it's like a lazy way to do it. Anyway, Luck said 2K24 is the first 2K that I have no expectations for. If 2K24 is bad, the community is doomed. We do not want the city to give us crossplay and good gameplay. It's the only thing that can save the game. So, like I've told you guys, make sure you hear this and tell someone if they say this stupid stuff, because I see comments of people who don't watch that far into the videos, and they say, oh, here we go, Badgeplug hyping up the game. I've said like a broken record, do not buy the game because of my videos, okay? Sometimes I'm gonna get excited when I'm talking about news because this is my job, first of all, and I've been a 2K player since 2K7, but do not buy the game because of my videos. Buy 2K24 at your own risk, okay? I'm not telling you to spend any money. Don't do it because of me, please, okay? Anyway, Dimeworks said, I'm excited to see what gameplay changes / additions are coming to 2K24. Got a feeling there's another level of depth coming. So, something that we really need to talk about is going to be in the next video. It's not news you need to see right now, but it's an important discussion. So, guys, make sure you have your freaking notifications turned on, bro. The bell right next to subscribe. Select all notifications and click this video right here about 2K24. More information. The video's not even over. You got this one to watch now, too. And I'm out. Peace. I don't know what you're doing, bro. Click this video. Peace.